Hello, welcome to Just Breathe. Today, I'd like to start by saying that the things that I share in these videos are not things that I read in books, or these are perceptions coming from deep within me that I share with your own knowingness because they are in you also. And the reason why I started in this way is that the perception that I'd like to share with you today is a little bit different and maybe not so tangible for the mind to grasp. So I would like to invite you first to please take a deep breath and, if possible, close your eyes and stay in your breath. And as you listen, just be the witness of what you are listening to, allowing it to tap into your knowingness of this that I'm sharing with you. It is not something to analyze or understand from a mental point of view. So, what I would like to share with you today is that somewhere in between the tangible realm, the realm of form, of physical matter, and the eternal, the intangible, there is the impermanent. The impermanent is what allows us to unite both worlds, the world of physical form and the eternal, the non-physical, the ineffable lightness of all that is. It is what allows us to transcend the limitations that we perceive in physical form. So, this is why when you start listening to your heart, as in listening to your soul's wisdom, to your essence, to your profound knowingness, whatever you'd like to call it, you start feeling the impermanent. You start realizing that nothing is permanent in the experience of physical form. So you start allowing yourself to let go. Just like in each breath, you let go of the in breath to invite the out breath, and so on. You cannot hold on to one or to the other. And you start perceiving the space in between. It's like the glue that brings both inner and outer together. And then you start realizing that the control that you are used to having, the control that gives you the illusion of being safe, that gives you the illusion that you can somehow keep things in place permanently, you start realizing that it doesn't quite work that way. and that all of your misgivings, your disillusion comes from having this idea that somehow you can achieve a sort of a plateau that will remain like that forever. So you start realizing that you have to let go of control. This is what makes the mind become so worried about ascending consciousness, about expanding consciousness. Because the mind, it is trained throughout your lifetime to be in control. And now the invitation is, let's let go of control and experience existence in a new way. So this is why it is really essential to start letting go of the need to have everything under control and realize that in the flow of existence there is this impermanence in between the world of physical matter and the eternal that allows everything to fall into place of its own accord, depending on where you're placing your consciousness. Because it is your consciousness that determines how energy serves you. But that is not the theme for today, and I will go into that in another video. Another thing I'd like you to become aware of is that procrastination, which is one of the ways as humans we sabotage ourselves. Procrastination does not work once you start allowing yourself to flow in the impermanent. And why? Well, because the way your brain functions starts changing, and your memory starts changing. And so, if you want to do something, you'd best do it now because it will just slip your mind. And also, because it's at the moment you have a realization of whatever it is, it could be really pretty simple everyday experience that you have to do, or it could be something more transcendent, whatever. It is in the moment. Your awareness and perception of that, whatever it is strong in that moment. Then it slips away. And then, of course, you can retrieve it again. But for that, you have to come back into a space of allowing, not forcing it to come back to you. Procrastination is also a way of not respecting your creative power, of not respecting the energy that is serving you right now. Procrastination is an energy waster. It keeps you having to go back and forth, without clarity or consistency. It is a form of self-abuse, of lack of self-respect. Now, procrastination is different from you knowing that there is something that you have to do, but feeling that it is not the exact moment to do it. That is something different. when the exact moment to do something comes, you have the willpower, the energy, the conviction, the determination, and you simply do it. So you might have an idea about something you need to do, but it will only become doable when you really, really come into the right moment. So there are sort of two parts here, and because in the world of your unified self, there is no duality. So two seemingly opposite or different kinds of conceptions can cohabit and do. I invite you to take a very deep, soft breath with this and allow it to sink in whichever way serves you. Once you are in the flow, this is the impermanent. You realize that things become so much easier, that effort is no longer there, that resistance dissolves, and it is a completely different level of experience. Thank you for listening and see you next time.